Yo voy por mi camino, tú tienes tu destino.
It means a place where we can like negotiate our practices, because it's different people. It's both artists and then also people working within the cultural field, if you could say. And I think we're all like having some sort of a negotiation of what our practices are, and I find it really important. I think it's really a special situation within the arts. I think it's been interesting because we have built up relationships over such a short period of time in this closeness that we have here. And I think it's probably something that we'll really miss afterwards. It's like a really special place within and with a special time almost.
This sort of collective practice is a big part of my work. This, you could say, thinking in collective terms, and also that you sort of communicate as a group and not only as an individual artist, or that you, as an individual artist, function in a group. The communication with your art is somehow very close to an audience or a specific context. And in this sense, I was interested in this project because it somehow cut loose of producing art. One thing is, when I get back, it has been a big experience, and a lot of really nice people. Got to know people on different levels. But also in the longer run, after maybe half a year or after another while, it will have another meaning somehow, because it's a space where we reflect our way of thinking together. Use this to sort of have a break in my practice and reconsider why am I doing what I do, and what is somehow missing, or what should I somehow try to think again and maybe try out some new directions. So this is very interesting to me, to use this as this sort of platform to rethink things.
That lies at the heart of contemporary resentment towards the democratic process? Or does this resentment go deeper, towards a fundamental denial of the democratic principle itself? The collective capacity of those who have no specific capacity, or what I call the power of anybody. The growing entanglement of state oligarchies and market oligarchies demands that this power be strictly subjected to the power of economical science. That
often people have had these ups and downs, like people have had real crisis, which I think is also important, because real crisis is something that people have. So I think it's been very special, I think, and I think a lot of people, at least I have grown in different ways, which I think is really important. Yeah, like opened up. Basically, I didn't have a lot of expectation, but I also knew a little bit that we would have this space to think within, and that's really happened, I think, even though it's here in this amazing place. So the layers that we add to it is the place, and I think the place really matters also, that it's happening here. But I think for me it's mostly the space where we can rethink things, you know.
I'm wondering if that one has a high status.
Explain it in the way that I had a lot of expectations. I expected a lot from the project, but I had no idea what. I had no idea what it would be like. But I expected a lot from the sort of experimental framework, the way of being together, and the way of, you know, having discussions that are very important to us individually, and the fact that we are brought together from very different places. I expected a lot from the discussion somehow, and I expected to learn a lot, and that I could maybe also teach something, and not as in a traditional sense, but in the way we sort of are here together. It's a big mix of frustrations and good discussions and bad discussions, maybe to some people at some different points. And then the sort of social, sort of a social layer of hanging out and so forth, which is very important. And these different layers sort of mix. And this, I think, is somehow what we can bring further.
Რატომ შემიყვარდა ეს სცენარე? ახალგაზრდა ყლორტები იბადებიან და ეძებენ ისეთ ადგილებს, სადაც შეძლებენ ჩაებან და ჩაეხლართონ უკვე არსებულ.
Kannski var kaldara úti en hafði verið spáð. Annars hlustar enginn á veðurfregnina lengur. Á leiðinni upp stigann var eins og fylgst væri með hverju skrefi. Eins og bak við hverja dyr væru augu og eyru að hlusta.
The heroic act had gone off, half-cocked. The barrel was empty, and all that filled A's head was the idea.
Suiza es una mancha blanca sobre el mapa del mundo que necesita ser investigada.
So I kind of wanted to go to another level, and I proposed that we try to share our dreams together. Even before we came here, and I've been writing them down, and we'll see what happens with them. Hopefully we can present them in some way, but we have these dialogues often in the mornings about what we dreamt, and if we dreamt each other, if we dreamt home. That was one activity that I proposed, but I also proposed different activities to do with animals in this place, like watching chickens, trying to learn from animals, experiences on another level. I think some do and some don't. I mean, at least I haven't had really, and not a lot of people have watched the chickens with me, but we'll see. And I think people enjoyed them. I think they open up, especially to the dreams on another level.
I thought a lot about what I should propose before coming. And I really thought about it the whole summer. What could I come up with? But it was very difficult because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what this context would be and what would be relevant for us to do. So first I suggested to have a day of crisis. That one day would be dealing with crisis, and somehow crisis came up naturally, you could say. Very big experience, and I'm very thankful for having been part of this and getting to know these people. I've got new colleagues that maybe some I will see again, maybe some I won't see again, but people really mean a lot to me, and we mean a lot to each other, I think, after this experience.
Y luego, no me llames Dolores, llámame Lola.
So the first Europeans who came into Brazil that we know are the Portuguese in 1500. It was Pedro Álvares Cabral, and he arrived in a place in a state which today is called Bahia. He arrived in a city, in a place that nowadays is called Santa Cruz de Cabralha. And Brazil get this name from the color of a tree, which is called the pau Brasil, because it's really red. And Brazil comes from brasa. How could you say brasa? Braise. So the thing is that they arrived and saw they started already. They had communication with the indigenous that were living here, and they saw that there were a lot of precious things like metals and like wood and a lot of things. And it was really this kind of exotic place.
llámame Lola.